Okay. There we go. Welcome to Connect In. Connect In is a weekly broadcast that helps you get you out of your head and back into your heart. And when you are in your heart, you can be your best, brightest self. I mean, come on, after the last year we've had, don't you want to just shine on? Just to go out into the world and say, yes, this is who I am. And I am different than last time. I am different than last year. But I am my amazing self. It's time that we kind of put off to the side all those obligations that hold us back. There are obligations that allow us to be amazing. And then there are stories and obligations and responsibilities that keep us back from being our brightest, best selves. And really, isn't that what we want the most in the world? I like to start each call with the singing bowl, with some sage and a candle, because I find the body, the mind, the heart, really loves ritual. It loves the ritual of saying, okay, I'm stepping out of my day to day and I'm coming back into my heart. Even if it's 4, 5, 10, 15 minutes. What's important is that you take some time for yourself. So I was on Clubhouse the other night, and the other day, and I was invited to be a co-host. And what we were talking about was imposter syndrome. And you probably all have experienced this where, you're going to just show up and be somebody that deep in your heart, you know that you're not. And what's that expression? I can't even think of the expression, but it was, fake it till you make it. And that's fine if you are really trying to kind of step into a new role in your life. But at a certain point, you make it. You really make it. And what's important about making it is that you are authentically you. You're not in this kind of bravado, hey, I am this kind of person, but you allow yourself to show up as you need to be. And if that's really excited, if you're a woman, if that means your voice goes really high because you're excited, or if you are just feeling soft and vulnerable. And I know with men, that's really hard to do sometimes. You know, what imposter syndrome is that you go through the world totally, sorry, technology always gets in the way, right? Um, where was I going? Imposter syndrome. You know, it's the opportunity. We have been in a year of hibernation on some level, and some of us have been freaking out a little bit, and some of us have been taking the opportunity to go inside to figure out what our heart holds essential and just to find some balance in that. And yeah, there could be freaking out in there too. But what's important is that we just keep honoring wherever we are at this moment. And that is really how you be your best, brightest self. Being your best, brightest self doesn't mean you're walking around slightly manic all the time, although you could be excited. You could be an excitable person. But it's really about just where are you now? Where are you honoring yourself right now in this moment? Sometimes imposter syndrome shows up when we're not feeling really confident in who we are. I was reading a book by Tara Brach called Playing Big. And in her book, she was talking about how men will get an idea and go out in the world and go, yeah, I got this great idea, let's go for it. And women will be like, I got this idea, I'm going to do some research, I'm going to do some more research, I'm going to make a plan, build a house, you know, whatever it is. And most of the time, women don't show their great idea until it's like fully formed. And so how many of you out there like have these dreams, these hopes, these ideas for who you are and how you want to be you in the world, but are kind of holding back and just waiting for all the conditions to be right, for all the conditions to be perfect so that you could say, okay, I'm all prepared, I'm ready, here I am, I have all these ideas, I feel really good in myself. Most of the time with imposter syndrome, you're still not trusting all of what's in here. So imposter syndrome is when we kind of don't own our own power, where we perhaps don't have the fully formed ideas to share who we are or what we desire with the world. And how do you manage imposter syndrome? Because the truth is, for some of you out there, you may not have a clue what imposter syndrome is, right? I call it the big bravado. Like, you know, when you kind of go through the world and you show everybody what you think they want to see. You know, and we try that on as we're kids, we try it on, we try to fit in. But at a certain point, you know, we just have to be us, to be our biggest, brightest, bestest self, in however that shows up. Right? And so, how do you do that? Right? How do you have the barometer, the internal barometer, to know when you can trust being authentic, where you can trust your inner strengths and your inner power to guide you? And that is simply by connecting into your body wisdom, and your heart's yes. And for some of us, we may think that's our intuition, and that is certainly a big part of it. But this is connecting into your heart's yes, or connecting into your body wisdom, is trusting your intuition, trusting that you know that your heart is holding the compass in the direction that you want to be. And so, each of you on this call may have different ways that you trust yourself, right? But when things really count, when it's those big, big decisions, how do you come back in and know that you can trust your internal wisdom? And that's finding your heart's yes. That's trusting your body wisdom. And I think what I'll do is just share that with you a little bit today because it's important. Trusting your body wisdom, and I think of our body as the structure of the compass, like the glass, the frame, the little numbers, north, south, east, west, degrees, all of that. And that arrow is your heart. So yes, on the compass, it's always pointing to true north, which, I always think about true north as being the guiding light, like the North Star. The North Star always is in the north, no matter where you are. So in a way, you always know what direction you're going in. So in a way, our heart is that internal directional guidance system, if you will, that keeps you being your sovereign self, your best self. So what does it mean to connect in? What does it mean to connect in? And how are you each doing that? Somebody again is saying, I connect in by getting quiet and breathing. Okay, that's great. That's great. And if I can share a little bit more how you can go a bit deeper, when you connect in and get quiet, there's a dance that you want to follow between going to your head and trusting your heart and your body. Right? And so when we're quiet and we're meditating, or when we're busy, as long as we are in the present moment, and that means like whatever is showing up in our head, it's like, yeah, come back to your breath. And those of you who have studied meditation practices, you know that the gig is to keep coming back to your breath, because when you come back to your breath, you actually come back into your body, right? So I take that a bit further and I call it breath, belly, feet. Because when we are up here and we're listening and we're excited and we have all these ideas, and there's all kinds of ideas floating around in our consciousness, or things that we have to do, or things that how people want us to be, all those things, right? They're all out here. When you go breath, belly, feet, when you bring your awareness to breath, belly, feet, you take your expanded state of consciousness, which is all the way out here, and you begin to come in and down. And when you bring your awareness to your breath, then your belly, then your feet, you are coming down and inside yourself. Try it now. Bring your awareness to your breath. Invite your breath to come in, and invite some softness to come in with the breath. Bring that breath down a little bit more into your chest. Bring that breath down a little bit more into your belly, into your hips. Now invite your breath to travel down your legs into your feet. And feel where your feet are touching the ground, whether you have shoes on or not. Or feel where your butt is connecting to where you're sitting, which is connecting to the earth. Breath, belly, feet. Notice how that shifts your energy, how that allows you to settle a bit more into your body. And for some of you, this may be new. And you may find yourself going, but wait, am I doing it right? But wait, but wait. And that's, that's life. Coming into your head, into your body, into your head, into your body. And the more I talk, the more you're going to go up, 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 up. And that's okay. So how do you just come back down? Breath, belly, feet. Feel the weight of you on the earth and feel the earth kind of yielding to you as well. Beautiful. Notice how you feel. I notice that when I do the practice of breath, belly, feet, I notice my voice drops. I notice that I kind of feel more inside myself. And really, that's how you become, or you allow yourself to be your brightest, best self, right? To first come inside, to come inside and know how your body is guiding you, know how your heart is directing you. The other beauty of coming in, right, coming from your expanded state of consciousness, and that doesn't mean you're twirly. Sometimes we're twirly like this, right? And then sometimes we're just thinking and dreaming and, just kind of imagining life. Present moment means that you're not really thinking about the future or the past, but you're right here. Breath, belly, feet. When you're in your body, you can know when something feels right for you or when something feels off. And like any learned skill, the more you trust your body wisdom or the yes and no of your body wisdom, the more you can totally trust where your heart is leading you. I believe fully that we are born from light. We are light in body, and we're here to share the uniqueness of who we are. I call it, in short, to shine on. And really, who doesn't want to be their best, brightest self? Who doesn't really believe deep in their heart that we, each of us, deserve to be our best selves? Yeah. Breath, belly, feet. Notice how you feel as you come into your body. The other perk of breath, belly, feet is all of that chatter that's in your head or around you, or the woulda, shoulda, coulda, have tos. When you ground, breath, belly, feet, you can invite anything you don't need to hold on to right now, just to go into the earth and neutralize, because it's just energy and energy neutralizes. So how do you feel now? What do you notice in your body? How do you connect in? Because this is my way, but each of us has our own different way. So how do you connect? Drumming. Okay. Drumming will do it. In the programs that I offer, I do a lot of working with practices that get us under the mind and into the body, and they're embodiment practices. So it's embodied writing, embodied movement, embodied creativity, because creativity really gets to our truth. I'm not talking about art making. I'm talking about skills and tools that help you drop out of the chatter of your mind and connect in to your soul self, to your higher self, to that part of you that may not necessarily have the words to describe um, who you are and how to be you, but it's more feelings and sensations that can do that. And so, if you'd like some examples of different tools for your heart, you can go over to my blog, which is dominicelebri.com/blog. And there is a ton of resources there of how you connect in, of tools for your heart. And and also to let you know, within the next week or so, I'm going to start a Facebook group that is a community that really just wants to be their brightest, best selves. And we're going to come together and I'll share some things with you. And together, as a loving, shining community, we're going to hold the space for each and every one of us to shine on. So go ahead and sign up for my newsletter and you can get some info there. Or you can like the Facebook group here and I will keep you in touch with when that shows up, but it should be in about a week. So for now, breath, belly, feet. Do that whenever you feel like you are going this way or that way. Whenever you want to connect into what your heart holds essential. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a brilliant day and feel free to share any thoughts or comments or ahas in the comments below. And I do these every Tuesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. So I hope you have a brilliant day and breath, belly, feet.